Hi, welcome to Cash and Hooker's Corner, where today myself, TJ Hooker, and my colleague here,
Blood Cash.
will be reviewing PES 2010.
Welcome.
Right, guys. To be talking on a serious note here, I would like to mention a very well done to Konami, Seabass, who's been obviously working very hard over the last, say, 4 years, trying to produce a decent PES game for us guys over here in Europe. I want to talk about gameplay at the moment. I'm going to just talk a few things on gameplay and what I expect to see in an update next gen footballing sim. First of all, I would just like to say that Seabass, Konami, they've made the game more slower, more true to real life, if you have. I see the game being played at a more realistic speed. I mean, for example, players won't be sprinting like headless chickens like on 2009 PES. That was just unrealistic. Now, we have players being forced to pass the ball, look for space openings, tracking down players more. The whole game has been revamped as far as I can see. I just want to say Konami's done a fantastic job there. I mean, when I'm talking about the midfield battle as well, the midfield battle is key for me. Things like that is key for me because I believe football is lost in the midfield. The way the modern game has evolved with player abilities, even the greatest player in the world, you would never see like on a regular basis someone shooting from the halfway line and scoring a goal. Them kind of things like happen like once a decade. I mean, look at David Beckham who did that before for Manchester United. I mean, you just don't see them things every day, and that's what I'm looking for in a footballing game. I'm looking for realism. I'm looking for playing a game that actually makes me feel like I've actually travelled out there on the pitch and supported my favourite team, which happens to be Blackburn Rovers, unfortunately for me. So really and truly, I think the game's been revamped to a new level. I think all PES fans have really got something good this year because I just feel that. I mean, I just want to talk about the midfield battle alone. That to me, I mean, what do you think, Phil Sash? That to me is like really key to the game.
Yeah, because the actual game played is actually been said is that the games are won and lost in the midfield. So to get that and grasp what that is in football is really important. But what I find out today is in this game upcoming PES 2010, the aspect of the game you winning is between you. It's not a rooted passes or rooted through ball. It's what you decide and what that team can also do. The AI has actually improved the game so much so that you won't find an easy goal. You have to actually work for everything that you do. So therefore, the whole structure of it is it's down to what you do on the pitch and what you do before the game. It's all about prep.
Yeah, yeah. As real football is. I mean, of course, you don't just go onto a pitch and just say to the 11 superstars, go out there and play a game of footy. Obviously, you give them individual instruction, which I'm going to come to that in a moment. I just want to talk about really at this time in a moment about how the game's improved. How is it a different PES? How have we never seen this kind of PES being played before? I mean, we've seen glimpses of this kind of PES, this quality of PES on PES Pro Evolution 5. We've seen glimpses of great footballing moments in the game, but yet again, PES 2005 is far from the finished article of what fans should be expecting on next gen. And of course, that PES 2005 wasn't created for next gen. So my argument is, really and truly, I am looking for a game that I can go out to the shop and pay £40, £50. I don't mind paying the price, but as long as the game is of good quality. Wouldn't you say, Blood Cash?
Yeah, I would definitely say that. I would rather play a game where I'm in control and not the computer's in control, because I'll pay £50 for a game where I can see that I could be playing for a very long time, not for a week and get bored of it and you have to send it back.
Yeah. Well, all football fans crave for that kind of game, really. But Konami to actually pull it off, to actually bring a game that's only 20% complete. Remember, this game you've seen is only 20% complete. It's not the finished article by far, and of course there can be mistakes being made along the way. But as things stand, I think this game at 20% complete is far better than any PES I've seen, and at 20% complete.
Most definitely, you won't even get this detail in the demo that they released, and the demo still yet to come out, so you can actually think of what the demo is actually going to be like, and then your mind can stretch to how the full game is going to be like. It's just mind blowing.
It is mind blowing, and it's very. If you're a football fan like I am, then unfortunately for my girlfriend, I'll be spending quite a lot of time with PES, of course, until well, let's just leave that there then. Okay, I want to talk about Team Vision now. I know everyone's a bit skeptical about this Team Vision. I mean, when I'm talking about Team Vision or the late PESs that have come with Team Vision, it's like you were fighting against the Team Vision. It's like you were trying to perform a maneuver. You were trying to get your defense organized. You were trying to ask your computer-controlled players to react to a realistic way. And the Team Vision just wasn't allowing that natural reaction on PES predecessors.
Yeah, I could see that. It seems like there was a bit of a struggle between you and the computer. It had to be one, and I believe this game so far has actually got to that point.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I just want to talk about a few things about, like, Arbeloa tracking up that right-hand side of the wing, the overlap run. They overlap run. It was just amazing to see Lionel Messi break the movement of Liverpool and tack down that left-hand side, and actually see Mascherano actually cover Arbeloa's run. It was great to see. I mean, them kind of things are very, very rare in football games of today, because you're talking about a realistic sim. When I say a realistic sim, I'm talking about player individual ability. I'm talking about players actually thinking as individual players. I'm talking about players actually working not just as a team, but actually using their brain to actually, track the actual game motion, the gameplay all the way through, as if like you were in control of one player and the player was in control of himself. It was just amazing to watch that. That to me was absolutely fantastic. Absolutely.
Yeah, you can